We are not stupid.
You are stupid.
You are stupid. So
We
like
got that figured out.
Yeah, we like that. We
Z
like
is
that.
confused.
We like that. It's a good hashtag, and it's a good way to start a video too, because you know, when the very first word of a video is "you're stupid," I am not stupid. It makes you want to watch the video. It really does. It makes you want to watch. Really? Oh, is that what you think? Well, by God, I'm going to watch this whole video and I'm going to tell you how. So, yeah, we like it.
Yeah,
I think that
and we believe it.
personally, on a personal level,
We really are stupid.
I think that ridicule is a really effective way. You know, I think even Christopher Hitchens made this point. You know, ridicule is a really effective way to deal with people you don't agree with. Like, yeah.
Is it
Well, maybe not people you don't disagree with,
ridicule?
but people that are perhaps not on your level, that are really dumb. Like ridicule is a really good way, you know, rather than resorting to fighting, you know, or warfare.
Well, that's
you know,
true,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna make fun of you. You know, before we get to there, at least I can make fun of you and tell you're
Better than
stupid.
punching the guy.
It's better than punching the guy. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we like the tagline. So the first topic to get into is the monetary system. We still got a bit of disconnect here. Corruption. You know, you made reference to the Let's system that you were in the 1980s. Mike's mom
Was part of that.
was part of that.
Part of Let's. Kind of a barter, little town, you know. She had a kitchen store. I don't know how it worked, but she was part of it, and you know, you could trade the goods.
The more debt you had, the higher regarded you were. We didn't really go into a lot with that.
I don't know about that. I don't really know how it worked.
I think that the disconnect.
It was a thing, you know. It was kind of a bartery kind of, you know, get around the taxes, and I don't know about it. Died out.
The corruption. Where's the corruption? I'm still kind of questioning this a little bit. I'm pushing back a little bit. You have to have. I mean, yeah, we know that we're not on the gold standard. Bitcoin
Whatever.
didn't work. You've got to have. And I think you made this point in an earlier video. We cannot relate our economics to that of billionaires and countries. There has to be a system in place where we can exchange value and currency. That, like, we have to have money.
Means of exchange. Yeah.
There has to be a means of exchange. It has to be that we can't barter.
No, we can't just barter.
We can't barter on a higher level. Again, on a
one ship of lithium for 5 ships of grain. How about that?
On a community level, yes, we can barter. Yes, we can do this. But
It's too complicated.
when you dial it up, it's so complicated.
Yeah,
We need
countries and
things
all.
from other
We need
countries.
currency.
They need things from us. We have to do this. If you don't trade, if countries don't trade with each other, your society is going to break down.
Plus, it's just a change too far. Like, take the world as we find it. Like, this is the system we got. Can we reform it and make it better, fairer? Fairer is what we want.
Fairer is what we want. And I understand. I think I understand what you're saying, Z. That the value of a dollar. I understand what I think. At least I think I do. Where you're saying the unfairness and corruption comes in, where the value of a dollar is different for a poor person versus a rich person. It's not that the dollar doesn't buy the same thing. It's not that the dollar can't do the same thing. It's that the value that you get from it when you're in poverty versus when you're rich is completely different.
Well, the rich guy has way more of them.
And not to mention that the rich guy has way more of them.
So he just gets more stuff
But
than the poor person.
how is this? We're still trying to nail down where the corruption here is. I feel like we've got a little bit of a disconnect there in terms of the.
I don't see, like, money is not corrupt. Money is just a thing, bits of paper.
Well, it's a system. It's a system that we have, albeit maybe not perfect, but it's a system that we have of, because you know when you're trading with people, when you're it becomes much more efficient to trade a check that says I will pay you this amount of money versus I have to come and do this work for you, right? It becomes really efficient to just have a piece of paper that says I owe you this.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right,
and then you give me a
right.
piece of paper that says I owe you this. It's a very efficient way
Yeah.
to exchange value where you're not.
The problem, I don't know.
So
I don't like the accumulation of wealth at the top. That's my big thing. Is
yeah, and I think we're all in agreement on that.
rich people are getting increasingly rich, like at a faster pace than poor people are.
I think we agree on this here. Like Mike showed me some graphs earlier about how as you go up the wealth is starting to accumulate at the top and
top
the bottom
1%.
is becoming.
I've got a bunch of numbers here for you. I don't know where I got these, but in 1990, the top 1% owned 22% of the country, of the wealth of the country. Something like $4.5 trillion in 1990. Today, they own $41 trillion, or 30% of the wealth. So they just own the country. Like they own 30% of the country. And if you just extend that trend out, and it's a problem for a lot of reasons, but if you just extend that trend out, well, how much are they going to own in 10 more years? Now they're going to own another 10%. Now they're going to own 40% of the country. 40% of the Walmarts, 40% of the mortgages, 40% of everything. That 1% will own that much. And if you just keep extending the trend out, well, when does it become a problem and we must step in? Like, you know, just go another 10 years, 50%, 60%, 70%. When they own 80% of the country, is that when we step in and correct this? Like 1% of the country cannot own the other 80% of the country.
So yeah, so again, I think that we're much like
That's the problem that
much
I
like
wanna
guns
see
and
fixed.
murder. I
The
think
trend I want to see stopped, reversed,
yeah,
more income,
I think we're kind of on the same page there.
and
with-
then they
with
can
that.
afford rent and food and and mess and all the rest. How we get there, you know, that's a different. I'm all for changing the tax system. It's the system we got, and we can change it and redistribute
Let's
it.
see how much time. Oh, we still got a couple minutes left. Fairness. So the next topic we talked about was fairness. Life is not fair. Here again,
Life's not fair.
the point I was trying to make, I think, got lost. We have a couple things to say about this, but the point I was trying to make, I think, got lost. I wasn't trying to argue that life isn't fair as sort of a philosophical principle, like, oh yeah, life isn't fair. How do we deal with it? And I understand that, as you know, especially somebody in my position, Mike's position, to complain that life isn't fair, a little scurrilous there. You're kind of on thin ice to be in our position and complain that life isn't fair.
Some people's lives are more unfair.
Yeah, really agree with you on that. That's not the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make
Lots of people have
was quite simply that no matter who you are, doesn't matter if you're Elon Musk or if you're a coal miner in Siberia, no matter who you are going to feel that at some point in your life that things are unfair. And whether it's right or wrong is kind of irregardless of the point I'm trying to make. You know, Elon Musk could feel, it's not fair that I got subpoenaed by Congress. The coal miner in Siberia, it's not fair that I don't have food right now.
And you were saying, like,
The point was that you can't turn to religion to address that. That was literally the only point I was trying to make with that argument. Was that
yeah, I like
you
the point.
you
It's a
can't
good
turn
point.
to religion to address this feeling of unfairness. Now, that said,
because if all the unfairness that you suffer in your life is all fixed when you die and go to heaven, and God fixes it all on your own, then there's less incentive to fix it today, right now. It ain't gonna be fixed when you die. There is no sugar candy mountain Fix the problems today. Address the inequality. Make it fair right now. Don't rely on religion.
And equality, like working to make things equal for people. There's a bit of a, should things be equal for everybody? I mean,
I think some things should be like
I mean-
healthcare, education, justice.
I don't know if I want things to be equal for everybody.
I want some things to be. I want
I mean-
equal access to justice.
Are you entitled to the same benefits that I have? I mean, listen, and I'm not talking about money here. I'm not talking about money. I was trying to make this point earlier and I didn't make it very well. I probably won't now. I'm not talking about money, how much money you have. You know, like when I go to work, I work at I have a place I work at. We have good employees, we have bad employees. The one thing that kind of rankles me is when I do 75% of the work and this guy does 25% of the work, and we both get paid the same salary.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Now, should they be equal to me? Well, no. And I'm drawing this out to a larger level. I'm not entirely certain that I want equality for everybody.
Not like that, but
And maybe we're talking
just
about
saying,
something
like-
different here.
I'm just saying, when you get in front of a judge, you all want to be treated equally, not depending on person's how much money I got or my level of education or anything. And when you're in elementary school, I want all the kids to be treated fairly. When you get pulled over by a cop at night, it shouldn't matter what color you are or whether you're in a Mercedes or a beater. Like, I want to be treated fairly.
Yeah.
I want to be
Yeah,
treated
I
fairly.
mean-
And this is something, yeah,
Equality, to me, equality
we
is
don't have it yet.
equality is a funny word. And maybe what we're talking about, maybe equality is not the right word that we're looking for here, because equal denotes sameness. You know, if I say, well, apples are not equal to oranges, it doesn't mean one's better than the other. It just means they're not the same. And so I don't know, maybe equality is not the word that we should be using when we talk about this.
It's a broad term, like equality of opportunity, equality of outcome in certain, yes. But not equality of like, yeah, hey, I worked really hard and I deserve a little more for all the hard work. Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I have no argument with that. So are we on to Pam?
Well, so no, I think what we're going to do, we're going to
Let's
stop.
talk about
We're going
that.
to we're going to stop this video because we're at 13 minutes and we're really
Oh,
pushing the
thank you.
boundary. So we're going to have another video that we post about Pam Anderson.
I went to school with Pam.
So we both have experience. Both of us actually have experiences with Pam Anderson. So we'll film another more of a lighthearted video and just kind of talk about what you talked about with your Pam Anderson
Pam
thing.
Anderson story.
For right now, aloha, and remember, we are not stupid. You are stupid. All right.